This is my review of the small but powerful INKEE Gold Crow 60-watt light daylight balanced. This light is a portable powerhouse that comes with a bunch of unique features that I've never seen in any other light. So when INKEE reached out to me to do a collaboration on this light, I actually took it very happily. I'll be covering everything you get with this light, some of the things I absolutely love about it, and some things that I don't, all so you can decide whether this is worth adding to your kit. If you are interested in checking this light out for yourself, there will be an affiliate link in the description box below. So with that, let's get started. So let's cover exactly what you get. Of course, it comes with the INKEE GC60 light. You get this small Fresnel that you can add to the front of it to actually enhance the brightness. You get this nice handle mount that allows you to attach this light in unique ways. Then you have this carrying pouch that's really nice for it. A 100-watt charging brick and cable, and some extra USB-C covers for the USB-C port on the back. So let's talk about what makes this light so special. First off, its size and portability. When you don't have anything attached to the light, the body of this light is actually only just over 9 inches long, which is about the size of my wife's Essentia water bottles, meaning it's super easy to travel with and use handheld without any problems whatsoever. Its form factor is essentially a flashlight, making it intuitive and easy to use. You can use it holding it directly on the light, or if you decide to, you can use its mount and attach it here and then use the handle to actually use the light. And of course, you can attach it to a light stand for easy use in a studio setting as well. Because of its size, it actually fits very nicely in my backpack's water bottle holder, which is super convenient. Now let's cover the build quality. The thing that stands out the most when you have this light in your hand is that it's made completely of metal. However, it doesn't weigh a ton at all. It just adds a nice premium feel and makes me feel a lot more secure that I got a high quality product with this light. One of the first unique things about this light is that it actually doesn't come with any buttons. This was done in an attempt to actually make it a little more water resistant and weatherproof. Because when you have buttons on the light, that's a potential for water to get in and actually damage it. So instead, all the controls are done using this control dial/ring on the back. More on that later. The screen on the back is super bright, so you can use this in direct sunlight with no issues whatsoever. And it comes with a lot of detailed information about the light. You can see its battery life and percentage. You can see the battery voltage. It shows the estimated remaining time of the usage of the light. On the left-hand side, you can see what mode you are currently in, while on the right-hand side, you can see the percentage and the Kelvin balance of the light. And on the bottom is a ton of information on the power, voltage, and current of the light, depending on how you're using it. The USB-C port is also right here on the back, and it comes with this little rubber cover that is supposed to help make it waterproof, so make sure you keep that and not lose it. I already lost mine, but luckily they gave us some spares as I previously mentioned. The light actually comes with 4 different mounting options for 1/4-inch screw, so you can actually hang this upside down or upright depending on how you want to set it up. The handle will screw into these slots and has these pins that will help actually hold it in place, and the handle has this angle that you can adjust, so depending on the orientation that you mount this, you can angle the light up or down directly using the handle. At the front of the light, there's a mini mount that pretty much only uses the Fresnel that comes with the light because of how small it is. But here's the craziest part about the light. This mount actually opens up and becomes a Bowens mount, so you can attach Bowens mount modifiers to this light. This opens the light up to a ton of modifying options, which is super useful and something that I was very interested in when I heard about this light. And one of my favorite parts about this light is actually its internal battery. So now let's talk about its battery life and performance. The light comes with a high capacity 142 watt-hour battery. Lucky for us, this is actually within the legal limit for taking on a plane, not for checking it in a bag though, so just keep that in mind. When the battery is fully charged, it can last 2 hours on 100% output, which is absolutely insane and amazing because of how powerful this light actually is. And you can use the light indefinitely at 100% if you just simply plug in a 100-watt power source to the USB-C, which they luckily provide for us. and to charge it from 0 to 100% roughly takes about 2 hours as well. The USB-C port makes it super versatile, so you can not only plug it to a wall, but you could even use something like a V-mount battery if you have a USB-C adapter for it. And then something that makes this light super unique is that it actually doubles as a power bank. So if you connect a device to this using the USB-C port, you can actually power that device up to 100 watts. This is the first time I've ever seen a light doubled as a power bank, so that was honestly mind-blowing and something that I actually look forward to using on set. This light comes with a 95-ish CRI rating and a 96 rating for TLCI. All that means that it accurately represents and preserves colors on your screen. Now let's go over the controls and effects using this light. Once again, this light has no buttons, so everything is done using this control ring. So to exit out of airplane mode, which is the shut off mode for this light, you simply rotate the dial clockwise until you finally exit out of that airplane mode, and you'll know that when you hit that green bar, progress bar, all the way till the end. You will enter the continuous light mode, and now when you turn the dial clockwise, you will increase the brightness, and if you turn the dial counterclockwise, you will decrease the brightness. Each turn of the dial adjusts the brightness by 1%, but if you rotate it quickly, you'll start doing increments of 10%. Now to switch into the special effects mode, you actually have to do this half turn and then hold it there, and you'll see the menu switch into effects mode. In here, you have a ton of options to play with. These effects include a flashing mode, lightning mode, TV mode, broken bulb, SOS, flash photography, and a strobe light. Because I only have the daylight balance version of this light, all of these effects will be daylight balance, and there is no way to change the color of them. But if you get the bi-color version, you can actually adjust the color temperature of each of these effects. And another unique effect of this light is that you can overclock it to 150% in case you need extra power in your scene. Which, when you use the provided Fresnel at 150% output, this light becomes ultra bright and I think actually surpasses even my 100-watt light. Alright, now let's talk some of my favorite uses for this light and how I've been taking advantage of it over the last month. Although this light is advertised as a 60-watt light, I've actually found that it has much more output, so this light can be used as a key light or even an edge light. On a recent shoot for my clients shooting testimonials, I actually used it as an edge light, separating them from the background. At 100% output, you can actually use this light as a key light when you attach a softbox to it. And the special effects on these lights are pretty useful. I think the most useful is bad bulb and TV. The other effects are all essentially variations of flickering, and I don't really find flickering that useful except for the bad bulb because they do have a much more natural cadence when compared to the flashing or the strobe. But what I really think makes this light super unique is its portability and size, making it useful for run and gun shooting on the field, even with a light box attached. And of course, it looks like a flashlight, so it really can just be used as a flashlight as well, which I have done a few times because we have been moving out some things from the garage, and when it gets dark in there, it gets really dark, but man, this thing can light up the whole room just by simply bouncing it off the ceiling, which is super cool and something I really didn't expect when using a 60-watt light. Now, there's only a few qualms I have with this light, but nothing that is really a deal breaker. First off, the controls are a bit counterintuitive. I do like the idea of this dial, but when you first use it and you're trying to do these half turns, it was a little awkward to tell exactly when it was working. But once you get used to it, it is mostly intuitive. It's just something that I think you need to mess around with before you actually get really comfortable with the controls of this light. If you do use the bow mount of this light, you'll see that it's not actually quite secure. You can even hear the attachments rattling if you just shake it a little bit, because it's not securely tight based on the way that the latch mechanism works on this thing. The rattling only really is an issue if you're going to be using this handheld and moving. Otherwise, if you have this on a stand in a typical studio setting, it's not going to be an issue whatsoever. And I previously mentioned this, but the USB-C cover for the port is actually very easy to lose, and I lost the first one that was provided on the light almost immediately. I actually don't remember where it went, like almost a few hours later, and so I had to use the replacements. But once again, thankfully they did provide replacements, so that was not really an issue, just something to note of, and just be aware of not losing that thing. All in all, this is a unique, powerful, and versatile light for run and gun, traveling, and even studio use. For the daylight version, which is just slightly stronger than the bicolor version, it is currently retailing for $229 on Amazon. But if you did want to go the bicolor route, it's a little bit cheaper on Amazon, coming in at $219. And considering everything that you're getting with this light, how powerful it is, the fact that it is actually a battery that you can use to power other devices, and is even weatherproof and allows for bow and mount modifiers to be used on it, this is a great deal for anyone. But of course, what do you think? Is this light something you'd be interested in? Let me know in the comments section down below. If you decide to pick up this light for yourself, there is an affiliate link in the description that will help support the channel at no extra cost to you. But no matter what light you decide to go with, if you don't know how to use it, it will mean nothing. That's why I created a lighting tutorial that you can check out right here that covers a bunch of different ways to actually light a scene, including the setup you're seeing right now. Thank you so much for watching all the way until the end. I appreciate every single one of you who do. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.